Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Fong, thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. I got something nice for you today. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in a story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe or think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows not that they know, is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise, follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And always to my yacht, be true. We're coming down to the end of the book. No, I'm switching books. This is the initiation. I got some information here I want to bring forth to you. So this is called Right Thinkers. Let's talk about the spiritual checklist, aka self-check. This is when you entertain or introspect for yourself and aka check yourself spiritually. Let's talk about it. All this is to get you to what? Self-mastery. Remember, that's the goal, to know thyself. The self-checklist. I got some information here I'm going to break down. Then I actually got a list, okay, that we're going to go down and check off daily activities that you have to do, certain things, okay? Good guidelines. So here we go. This is the lesson. Let's rock. Now, in the last lesson I gave you, I began a two-part series of what? How to overcome failure on the spiritual path. Just gave them a lesson, broke it down for you. And this brought up what? Certain issues that are very important that if you're a right thinking aspirant, you need to understand this. Many times as you right thinking aspirants get into the teachings, and I appreciate you, the classes is here every day. So if you tune in every day, you're going to class every day. If you in and out, we're going to talk about that. That's what we're getting to. Daily. Everything that you do for self, you do it when? Daily. Okay. So when you get into the teachings, and for some time, you may get into a rut, as it were, so to speak. Why? I'm about to break it down for you. Because you practice as many of the teachings and the disciplines as you can, but for some reason you don't do them sometimes, but you get to the point where you must drop certain lessons or disciplines in order to practice others due to what? Lack of time. Okay. Meditation time, 5-10 minutes in the morning. If I tell you, if you don't take out the time to do what you need to do for you, it's not going to happen for you. Watch this. Now, when you don't do it on a regular basis, what happens? In this circumstances, a certain irregularity in your daily practice of the disciplines develops, and what? The quality of all the disciplines suffer. When you don't get your lesson, you don't implement your lessons on a daily basis, watch this. The worldly activities, meaning your job, your relationship that all that's you got to take care of, relationships, all that becomes entangled, right, with your disciplines, with your lessons. It shouldn't. But when they do, this is what happens. When it intermingle with your disciplines and your spiritual program. Remember, you're following a program and it will become what? Haphazard, willy-nilly. Just, I do it today, won't do it tomorrow. Oh, I get it, I don't, back and forth. No consistency. Sorry about that. But yeah, these are things that you do. I'm just trying to bring it to your attention. And that's what the checklist is all about, to get you to check yourself. The aspirant, the right thinker, may believe what they are doing so many disciplines. Well, I'm doing my chanting, I'm tuning in, getting the lessons, I'm practicing my exercise, I got my diet right, etc. But, yeah, all that sounds good. And you're probably doing all that. But it ain't being done with fervency and zeal, and of course you want to. You trying to figure something out, get some easy, figure the result. You want the results or the rewards for something that you just running through. It don't work that way. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But in reality, what happened? You may come for the lessons of class maybe once a week, or take your show out, man. I seen you. Okay, you may go through the postures maybe once or twice a week, the physical exercise. You may take your little vitamins maybe 3 times a week, but doing what? The morning worship twice a week. I pray every day. Meditate daily. So I don't have no problem. Okay, so when you're doing that, it's not really going to work. Why? You don't see no results. You're not really doing it the way it's supposed to be done for it to take effect. I'm going to break it down for you right here. And then what happened? So the next week, those disciplines are left what? Out in favor of what? Others. You got busy. I ain't got time for that. I ain't going to gym today. I go tomorrow. I ain't got time to check the class. I got to do it. So you start putting it off. Again, you can't put off today for tomorrow. No, tomorrow never comes. That's an excuse for not doing it. How about that? But, excuse me, what results in this situation where we do so many things are being done, but in the quality, there you go, the quality of those things is really degraded, half-assed, and they do not have the effect. That's why. In purifying the mind. If your mind and heart ain't in it, don't waste your time, because it's not going to work for you. And it won't purify the mind, and it won't shield it from what? Worldly entanglements. Other things are more important than you. Really? Shouldn't be, but that's what happens, and it happens. In the fact that the disciplines, when they're practiced in this way, again, can have the opposite effect and lead you to what? The degraded personality, meaning you sliding backwards, and because of the effort put in is half-assed in the practice, and then you become frustrated. When the feelings, now you start to become what? Angry. You're going back to the ego self. You got hatred. You get greed. You lust. All those negative things start to come out because you be pressing by doing the right thing. All of a sudden, right thing ain't working. I'm going back. That's MO. That's the MO. You go back to what you're comfortable with doing, being ignorant and doing the wrong thing. Some of us is comfortable doing that. That's all. Still, watch this. You remain. The remain leads to what? To the idea that, well, the teachings wasn't no good. They didn't work. Or the aspirant may simply just get caught up in the world experiences. Meaning other things took precedent over. First thing I would do in the morning, get up, go into the gym, pray, meditate, put my lesson down, and that's all done before the sunrise. So I have a routine, been doing it for a while, so I know the consistency has to be there in order for it to work, for it to be effective. Okay, watch this. So where we at? Okay, what is it? You, the aspirant, you will come back to me, the teacher. Watch this, and ask, what can I do? I gave you the instructions. Follow them. Where did they go wrong, etc. Again, you're in control. Once I give you the instruction, it's up to you to take it from there. I don't know about no. But watch this. Now they receive, I'm going to give you what? Encouragement. I'm going to give you more advice. But then what happens? The cycle begins all over again. And it's really about you. It ain't about the teachers. It ain't about the teacher. It's about you. And there is what? There's no ultimate progress. You're just spinning your wheels. Why? Because you ain't putting in the effort. You ain't giving the time that it needs for it to do what it do for you. It's all to help you. But if you ain't helping yourself, it won't work. God don't work for you. He'll work with you. This is because what? At that stage, what is the most important is to practice the disciplines. Practice them, meaning implement them in your life. Don't just know about them. Don't just read about them. Implement them. Use them. Self-mastery is what? Using your knowledge. That's why you become a self-master, by practicing. Spiritual counseling is necessary, and that's what I'm here for, okay? Sometimes, but if your disciplines are not practiced by you, the counseling will do no good and won't have any effect. Again, it's on you. For this reason, the following list, I'm going to take you on the list, have been prepared. They actually got a list to show you, if you follow these guidelines, put yourself in position to do these things, your life will change. And what happened? The list contains what? The daily practice of your disciplines that should be taken care of by you. So what? So that now you may understand and have the experience of what? Actually knowing the teaching, following the teachings, and when they are actually not being followed, you can either what? Call your preceptor and look at the list, or see it for yourself, and then what? Truly follow the instructions. I just give them, or not, and you get what you put out. If you ain't putting the work in, you can't get no results out. And if you find out that what? You are not making the necessary adjustments in your spiritual practice, what should you do? Then what happens? Then assistance will be needed. So you make the call to your teacher, but you keep a spiritual, you can personally keep what? A spiritual diary along with you on a table. And there's, I'm break it down for you. And also see the book of what? Initiation to Egyptian Yoga. Okay, I'm about to initiate you to the shims. That's what's coming up next. Get ready. I ain't initiate a choice. Moving on. But in this table below, I'm about to break down for you. You must be able to check off the daily, each item daily. Then I got another slot for you. You can do it weekly and even monthly. I got the last level that's going to take you annually. Okay, this is serious business when you want to become a master of oneself. It's some things that you have to put the work in to get for yourself, to know yourself. And what's this? Practicing right thinking philosophy, aka Shita Netta or Semi-Tawi. It is important to practice daily spiritual disciplines. Why? Because this regular daily practice will be the most effective to what? Transform your mind and purify your heart by what? Putting in the work and doing good deeds. That's how you purify your heart. Study to get your knowledge and understanding so you can implement what you learn and understand it by manifesting it, reciting it, regurgitating it. Don't mean nothing. I don't need you to repeat what I said. I need you to implement, learn, and understand what I said so you can say it for yourself your way. Why? Because once you experience it, it becomes yours. That's why. And to transform the mind, however, if one practice missed, then doubled up to make up, that's not the right thing to do. The next day, if possible, or even the weekend, etc., do not say the yesterday is past and I cannot go back, so let me forget it and what? Start a new day. When the sun go down yesterday, it ain't caring about that. Why? It's going to come up again tomorrow. It's going to do what it do. That's what you got to understand. Put yourself in a position to do what you have to do for you. This is the little checklist here. I'm going to go through it right quick. All these things here, and this is daily, daily, weekly, monthly, and annually. You see, it ain't but one thing they do annually. That's going to a convention that they have at the get together. We ain't involved in that, so just say we're in the class for that. But you have essential daily practice essential weekly practice, essential monthly practice, and again, the annual quick checklist. First thing, when I talk to my dude, at the top of the list of things to do for you, nutrition. Okay, that means the body have to be taken care of. You got to eat right, dietary, whatever supplements. I don't do none of that, so that's not my thing. But some people need the vitamins. I'm about to look into that. Put my stuff in my body that it needs. I understand the purpose of it, but no, check that off. Okay. Next one, nutrition and vegetation diet. We are not supposed to be meat eaters. We love meat, but we were born to be vegetarian, excuse me. And on the first one, nutrition, the thing is to keep company with what? Elevated personalities at least once per week. That means talk to your teacher at least once a week about nutrition. That's what it's telling you. And the next one, nutrition, vegetation diet, it says offer up what? A selfish service at least 1 hour a day. When you go to court for certain crimes, they give you what? Service, community service. We should be doing it anyway, but the judge will give you X amount of hours to do X amount of things in the community to help the community. That's a good thing, so I ain't got a problem with that. Next one is no smoking, fasting at least 1 day a week. And I'm doing these things without even paying attention. Why? Sometimes my financial situation or situation going, well, I can't eat. So I don't freak out. I just go fast. I just use fast as a technique to save money. Or, when I ain't got no money, I just deal with it. Moving on. But you implement these strategies in your life on your terms. Don't change your life for this. No, implement this in your life. Make it part of it. Next one. No drugs, no alcohol. In the discussion. No tolerance for none of that. Simple as that. Moving on. Not an argument. 8 hours of sleep. At this point in my life, I can't sleep for 8 hours. I can't. No, my body won't allow that. Why? I'm good for 4 or 5 hours. I'm ready to go. Simple as that. That's why my body regulates that way. It says go to bed by midnight, and you get 8 hours sleep. I mean, you wake up by 8. I go to bed at 8, I'm up at 3, moving on. So everybody's lifestyle is different. So this is according to your lifestyle, okay? But you study, here you go. How many people actually study spiritual scripture? Reading systematically the Per M Haru. That's our book, aka book coming forth by day. All the information I'm giving you pretty much is coming from there. Moving on. We had our book. In the Per M Haru, for all my right thinkers, this is the oldest documents about God in the world. We started this concept. Now, this is one that young people, I bet y'all ain't gonna even know what this means or what this word is. Sorry, excuse me. Abstain. What the hell is that? Don't do it. Stop. Abstain from company with negative personalities. Stop being around toxic people, negative people. If the people you're around ain't trying to, help you out, encourage you, motivate you, why are you around them? If you got to argue with somebody about life, that's the waste of your time. Moving on. Silent meditation, 20 minutes twice daily. That may be hard to put off for some people. I understand. But you have to find time to put yourself in a meditative state of mind to clear your mind, so to speak. So that's on you. Again, work it into your lifestyle, to your likings. Practice what? Breathing. It's a technique that you use to breathe. And it's rhythmically practiced, 10 minutes, again, twice daily. You can put your breathing along with the meditation. Okay? They go together, really. So that's why they got those together. And daily practice of what? Physical exercise. I'm in the gym every day. So that's part I feel the bill with that. It says 15 minutes. I'm an hour in the gym every day. 2 hours. Depending. But, excuse me again. Observe. I keep my 42 confessions on my wall. Okay. I'm always observing the 42 confessions in my app. Especially, these are the ones you want to live by on a daily basis. No lying. That takes your boy out the mix right there. Everything coming out of his mouth is a lie. If you practice anything, this is how you be a better person. No lying. If you're married or in a relationship, no cheating. Side chick, side dick, whatever you want to call it, that's not in the makings. Stealing, killing, and hurting others. I can go on, but that's the whole point. Hold yourself accountable not to do those things. Next one. This is one going to be hard for a lot of people. Now, at one time it was hard for me. But why is this? No talking for 1 hour during waking hours. For 1 hour, you should. I do that when I'm reading, so I have a problem with that. I put that hour or so in every day with what? Quietness, stillness, and communicate with my higher self. Okay? But this is the checklist that you can govern yourself by. It's there for that purpose. Okay? And certain things you need to understand. On a monthly basis, it says get 10% donation if you belong to an organization, church organization, whatever. That's what they want, 10%. Here's another one for young people. Celibacy. What's that? No sex more than once a month. Are you crazy? If you're following my program, which is semen retention, no sex at all. Well, what are you talking about? Yeah, semen retention. That's no sex, no masturbation, no giving up of the semen. It keeps it inside. That same thing that gives life, okay, add life to those who cherish it and teach it like it's precious, not just wasted it. Moving on. That's the lesson for this checklist. First checklist. So I want to make sure you can go through the list yourself and make it so that you can follow it yourself, because that's what's going to benefit you. And you got to practice it when? Daily. That's the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 and me 100 miles a day. So I never know that my right thinkers who check themselves had passed away. I'll be back.